Okay, so let's get started. First off, I just wanted to thank everyone for showing up this morning. We're excited and happy to have you here, and we'll get things started with a quick review of last week. So this is Create, as you may know, and we've got an information system here that uses 3D mapping to display and allow you to visualize property information. So if you click on a piece of property, like we did here, you can gather all of the information that you would need to evaluate the prospects of this specific this investment opportunity. You've got information about the building, people, demographic data, housing data in the area, transit data, and other key indicators like interest rates and planning and zoning information and things like that. But one of the things that we wanted to get into today was some of the new stuff that we've gotten into to create in the last couple of weeks here. We're really excited about that. And if you click over on the right side here, the second icon down, it's the layers tab, and you can see you can switch the base map from the aerial view to a road map or to a more historical map, which is kind of interesting. If you don't really get the perspective until you zoom all the way out. And just sort of interesting things like that are under the layers key. But also we've got a few things over here, such as zoning information, different districts. That didn't show up terribly well. Land use patterns and things like that. But also areas where TDRs are eligible. So that would be over in this area. Heat maps for showing different land uses throughout the district. And you can add more than one layer on each to build your map to customize it. And so you can overlay a lot of things, like you could have TDRs, and then let's say you want to see where how that shapes up with retail. If you want to move more retail in a specific area, you can see how you'd be able to make that work. But what we've done in this go around for data and adding new data, we've worked with the district department, or the Washington Department of Economic Development, to the Economic Partnership, to help us get in some more data. So we've gotten their business improvement districts, which show different areas around the city that they're trying to um, market, different enterprise zones, that would be the primary or secondary, high technology development zone, which is actually the entire district, which is good for tech companies like us. Historically underutilized business zones, or hub zones. As you can see, a good portion of that is east of the river. In addition to the supermarket tax credit zones and just the central employment area, which we all are aware of. And so what's interesting and what we can do with this and other things that we've added in are their neighborhoods, and you can zoom in to get a better view of this. Oops. In addition, we've got all the different metro stations and all the where the lines run. The location of all the grocery stores in the district. Pharmacies, campus areas, and then just the census tracts, which we had in before. And so what's interesting with this stuff is you could take something like grocery stores and then overlay it with the supermarket tax credit zone and understand how they drew these boundary lines and things like that. So you see that a good concentration of the grocery stores are over in the northwest quadrant, and then areas east of the river tend to be considered food deserts because there's just a much smaller amount of grocery stores down there, which is bad. So it's just a quick little way to understand and get more context within the District of Columbia or wherever you may be. So then that's the new data that we've integrated in, and we think it should be very useful for you guys. And as you go through and you try and figure out what incentives are available and gain more of an understanding of the specific area that you're working in. And so now another feature that we've just worked in is the ability to share a property with someone. And so it's very quick and easy. And so let's say you've got this property and you like it and you want to share it with your colleagues. So if you've clicked on it already, you go over here, you click the share link, and you can either highlight it and push Control Copy, or just push Get Link. It says it's copied, and then you can Control Paste, or however you want, and it will bring you, or whoever you sent it to, directly there with all the information, and allows them to see what you want them to. So that's kind of it right now. We've gone over the new data and the new features. Are there any questions or anything like that that we might be able to answer? Hi, Daniel. If you click the raise your hand, I can call on you. Dinesh?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, how
It's
are you?
Yermay. Yeah, hello. Very well, thank you. Thank you for showing us the enhancements of Create.io. I just have one question. I've tested it a bit and it runs pretty slow on my computer. So I'm interested, can we tweak some settings in the browser, or maybe if we use Chrome or Firefox or something to make it run, pardon me, to make it run smoother?
A couple of tips, and we're obviously that's our main focus is enhancing your user experience and making sure that you guys get the most out of the system and that it's actually usable. So yeah, we would recommend using Chrome
Okay.
to access the system. That tends to work the best for us. And as far as some settings that you can do, if you can try clearing out your history, that
Okay.
that helps things run a little bit faster sometimes. And then just making sure that all your WebGL and other options are loaded up and turned on.
Okay. Thank you.
And that actually brings up a really good point. And I think the next blog post that we do will be maybe sending out some troubleshooting tips like that and how to optimize your browser to use Create. So thank you for that, and we'll get that out there to help you guys.
Great. Thank you. Since we are online now, I have another question, which is now what we basically see here is GIS in 3D. So I'm interested is it possible to maybe make some sun simulations or something like that with Create.io?
What type of simulations? Could you just repeat that real quick?
Like sun path or shadows diagramming or that
Gotcha.
kind of stuff to see an isolation of the buildings and insulate. I don't know the pronunciations. I'm sorry.
I know.
Insulation of buildings.
I used to work for a solar company, so insulation.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There are a couple of web browser I guess apps that do that now. We see
Okay.
that as something not. I mean, it's not core to what we're looking to do, but it's certainly an additional feature that, I mean, if the data's out there and it can be geolocated, it's one of those things that why not? I mean,
Yeah.
it's not core to our business model, but
Okay.
if the data is readily available and it's easily integratable, that checks at least two of my boxes off. So we'd be happy to
Yeah.
get it in there.
Great. Thanks. And I've seen in this DuPont circle there is one building which is modeled pretty much in detail, and the other buildings are not. So this building was made by hand and inserted into the area.
It's not. It's we work with a company called Cyber City 3D, and they actually went through and they modeled out all of the buildings in the District of Columbia for the height study that was done a couple of years ago. And so
Okay.
got a file that, and you'll see if I click on another building, we've got that as well. So we've got all the buildings that they've done. It's just it would overload, and we're working to make it so when you load it up, these are the buildings you see. But as of right now, it just is kind of a lot of it could detract your ability to use the system. So we're gonna wait until we can get that rolled out in a more efficient manner before we throw it out there.
Okay, great. Thank you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I appreciate you showing up today. Are there any other questions? Well, I guess if there are no more questions, we can end this session. Like I said, this was just a quick one. We wanted to just show you guys some of the new data that we've got in there to help you guys out, and we'll make sure that these are a regular thing. If you have any questions or comments, please send them to feedback@create.io, and we're happy to get in touch with you. So thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.